He asked while he was in line getting his meal.
What's the meal?
He's standing in line at the Starbucks.
Monster.
He's like, I'm getting some food. And he walks away with a Monster drink. I'm like, that's not food.
Rich makes bad choices.
She was just talking, just out ignoring me, and it's like, I'm not waiting for my food. I'm
Can
just
I
getting a drink.
can I see that? I haven't even looked at these notes since I took them.
How long
really?
ago was that taken?
I just put a lot of them together today.
It says February 25th at the top of my notes.
Yeah, that was when we were supposed to record this.
All right, so I did it before February 25th. I've not looked at these in 2
I did them
weeks.
February 24th.
Holy cow.
But I only got through Black Widow and half of Wonder Woman, so everything else I've got is...
Hey, welcome to Even More Mashed Up. We are the pop culture podcast coming to you directly from Misericordia University, where we talk about all things pop culture on a podcast. I'm Alan.
And I'm Patrick. Did you say it was a podcast and then that we talk about things on a podcast?
I did.
You
I
said
thought
podcast.
that...
Okay, you did say podcast twice.
Yeah, I thought that it would kind of emphasize the message that it's a podcast people are listening to, in case they're
Really?
mistaking it for radio.
In case
Yeah.
they mistake it for anything else on
Right.
the podcast
You know,
app
that
they're
thing
listening
they had
to it
to
on.
actively
Like-
download and look up
Like
on a
radio
podcast.
or like a television with a blown tube.
We are a lot like a television with a blown tube.
Television with a blown
I
tube.
like they can mistake it for just regular television.
Man, that's what we should have called the podcast. Television with a blown tube.
I
can
want to write
change
that
it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can change it whenever.
Yeah.
They could be listening to a gramophone.
We've got a lot invested in the Even More Mashed Up brand.
Yeah, we do.
That
That's
could be
fair.
the subtitle. Even more mashed up, like a TV with a blown out tube.
TV with a blown
Yeah,
out
that's
tube.
not bad.
Man, this is the
I mean,
worst
now
in
we
the
can't-
old days when the TV tube blew.
Now we can't use it because Rich came up with it.
I didn't-
I came up with it.
Yeah, I just restated
literally what I said.
No, but as the tagline for the show.
Oh,
Rich
I
came
see.
up with
He
using it as
identified
that.
it as a tagline.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to
Continuing
steal that.
continuing Rich's efforts to usurp the show out from under us.
Yeah, it's
As
been a-
evidenced by his changing the username and password to Podbean this week.
It
I think
didn't
he was
even
ti-
occur to me that'd be an issue. I was like, oh,
I think he was
Well,
tired
that'd
of
be an
you
issue.
having
I mean,
all the numbers.
Who among us obsessively checks numbers on things and might want the access to that?
completely-
The best
forgot.
part, you guys are like having a war about it on the Facebook, and I'm like, I don't even ever look.
I know. That's because
I-
you rely on me to report
No, I'm
back
not
the
about
numbers.
numbers.
What was
Numbers
nice
are about-
also was that when you replied to the comment about the video I posted, and you panicked about being even more mashed
Yeah, I don't even
up.
know how I am even more mashed up because that's usually you, isn't it?
Well, were you on
Oh,
your
the
phone?
Twitter?
Yes, it was on my phone.
So the phone, even I saw it did it. It defaults to that, and you can't
yeah.
change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I tried to change it, but I
Yeah.
didn't know the username and password, so I was unable to change it.
Well,
Unable
because it's
to
like it
change
was
it.
still the Cuckoo Radio email. It's like, oh, we should change it. We have an actual email. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, I also didn't know we had an actual email. It's like, oh, I changed it to the Even More Mashed Up Gmail account. I'm like, we have one of those?
Well, I needed
Like,
it just to make
has
it...
Rich been getting the emails about all the money we're making and keeping it hidden from us?
Oh, yeah.
I don't pay attention to this stuff
Yeah,
because
see,
numbers are about
that's fine.
ego.
There's no money at all.
Numbers are all about
Yeah.
ego.
Actually,
Money's
speaking of
about
which,
ego.
here's a
Are
sponsorship
you
opportunity.
winking at Rich?
Yes, because there's no money
Oh.
at all
I
that
thought you were
Alan
having a
knows
stroke.
about.
No, that's-
Yeah, it's possible.
That's completely ruined the show for me. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not good at winking. It is not a motion that comes
When you have
naturally
to move
me.
half your face to blink, it's
Yeah,
not
you're,
quite
it's
working.
like you got a twitch or something.
Hey, baby.
I thought you were going to introduce the program.
I'm busy.
When's
I'm
the
busy.
way
I'm busy
screaming?
winking / twitching over here.
Having a seizure.
But yes, the theme today
Yes.
is Trailer Park.
Weed weed boop boop a boop boop.
Okay.
Did you not try, or did you try too
Oh,
hard?
he's just not trying. He's not trying too hard, is what it is.
I'm not trying too hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you're
sorry.
not
Honk,
trying.
honk, beep, beep,
No, you're
boop,
not
boop,
trying
boop,
too
boop.
hard. You're not trying too hard.
I'm not trying too hard. I'm not trying too hard.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You told me not to force it.
Yeah. But no, we're very natural this way.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, very natural.
That's definitely not your move.
That's
at the
not my
bar.
move? Okay,
No.
that's good to know.
Yeah, though. That good. That good.
Yeah, even I can tell that feels wrong. It just doesn't feel smooth at all.
Does it hurt to
doesn't-
do?
It doesn't have a Ryan Gosling sort of feel to me.
Do you
What if I do? If I
think
do?
a lot of it like, what does have a Ryan Gosling feel to you?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
You can't play the piano?
Neither
Because he
can
learned to play the piano for La La Land.
No, he learned to play a song. It's totally different. We've had this discussion.
You know what
It's
La La
just
Land
too
had?
easy. It's
a
just too
trailer.
easy.
We've had this conversation.
It did have a trailer.
But
We
hey,
should
we're
talk
talking
about
about
those.
Trailer Park. Honk.
Boop boop.
Yeah, okay.
As you hit Alan's car.
You know, I'm like that guy back in the 80s, the human beatbox. I can make any sound you need on the microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, him if you didn't know what he was doing.
What?
What?
He knew what he was doing.
No, I was saying you're him if he didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, it was an insult.
Yes, it was.
An insult.
Yeah.
Wait, Rich is all pepped up on Monster.
I say,
today.
yeah. That's his meal
It's
for
hitting
today.
my bloodstream real
It's his
hard.
meal replacement. Instead of a bar, it's a Monster Energy drink.
Oh, got
The
it.
meal
Yeah.
replacement bar.
Yeah. So where do you want to go?
Well, it's International Women's Month, so maybe we should start with.
Morbius?
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Ghostbusters? Because
Yeah.
they got the women out of that film.
No, there's a little girl who's among the kids.
Yeah,
Were there
but
ever a lot of women in Ghostbusters? There's the secretary.
The last one got really...
Oh,
Yeah.
the last
How
one that was all the way.
people were
Oh,
with
yeah.
Yeah, that film that
a
had
bunch of ladies in it?
Yeah. No, I don't think
forgot
there were
about
too
that.
many in there.
Yeah. So you want to start with Black Widow?
Yeah, we should start with Black Widow.
Okay. Who doesn't love Black Widow? That's my first line of the... I've not read these notes for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
My notes say,
It's real natural sounding.
Yeah.
who doesn't love Black Widow?
So can we go back to the whole not forcing it conversation? Because
What am I forcing? I'm just reading.
who doesn't love Black Widow?
It's
You
what I
realize
wrote.
you do realize that's your line to open the Superman talk. Who doesn't love Superman?
Oh.
You can't just use that line for everything.
Who doesn't love blank?
Who doesn't love insert superhero here?
Can I go change my Wonder Woman notes
Yeah.
quickly?
Who doesn't love Wonder Woman?
No, but it's
Who
like-
doesn't love A Quiet Place 2? Who doesn't love Morbius? Well, that's everyone.
Yeah. But seriously, who doesn't?
Yeah. So I was thinking about it. It kind of feels like it's been forever since we've had an MCU movie,
Right?
but it's only been since July of last
You're a
year.
very spoiled man.
So it's
We-
possible.
We had a lot to choose from for quite a while.
Yeah, it just feels like it's been much longer than since July
It does.
that we've had. I'm sorry, are you busy on your phone?
I forgot to set my clock,
Oh, okay.
which I like to have because sometimes
Because we run a really tight
Y'all
ship on the
talk
show.
a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes we run long. Yeah, it's been a long time by Marvel standards.
Yes. Yes. And so this Black Widow movie is a prequel. And who doesn't love prequels?
I do not love prequels.
Specifically set after Captain America Civil War.
Oh my god, it's so complicated. It's like it gives me a headache trying to figure out.
It's after Civil War and before Infinity War, like
So
when
it's
they were on
before
the run.
Infinity War?
Yes, because she
So-
dies
yeah.
in Endgame, so it kind of has to
Who
be
doesn't
before.
love a prequel?
But it
that's
could have been
almost
between
meaningless?
Infinity and Endgame.
Oh yeah, the adventures of Natasha the Spy in a world that no longer has people.
Half
You know
people.
what? That sounds interesting.
Wow, you're just fine with half the people being
I'm
gone.
not fine with that, but there's
You seem
half
pretty
people
okay
to
with
spy
it.
on. No,
Yeah.
you're acting like there's nobody there to spy on. You
I'm
think
pretty
people
sure-
quit spying after the snap?
I imagine some
If
spies
there's
are
two
gone.
people, one
no,
wants to spy on the other.
but governments didn't stop spying.
Seems like government's pretty much stopped. Period, based on Endgame.
That's not true.
There's not a lot of governmenting going
They're
on.
running support groups.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing better than our government right
They're
now.
not doing
but-
maintenance on the streets, but they're running support groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that our government's doing a very fine job.
Really?
Yeah, we live in scary times.
We do live in scary times.
Yeah.
But you know what we need?
A trailer.
Escapist superhero fantasy.
Who doesn't love Black Widow?
Yeah.
You keep saying it, it'll work eventually.
Here's the thing. Given how tragically terrible her write-off was in Endgame, she really deserves a proper farewell.
She does.
And so maybe the prequel can give her a farewell
I don't
that
know.
Hawkeye totally screwed
Here we go.
in Endgame.
And
True or not
and
true?
thus, she did it of her own choice.
No, she did not.
Yes, she did.
he wasn't wrestling very hard.
He was wrestling
Oh, he
very
was not-
hard.
He wasn't even trying.
Hawkeye really wanted to die.
Hawkeye wanted out of this franchise.
Yeah, so I guess that was my next note. Can they make up for Hawkeye's awfulness from the last Avengers film?
I don't know, because I mean, it just feels like
Ugh and oof.
yeah, we're getting a Black Widow movie,
Yes.
but it's such a footnote because
It's
it's a
a
Prequels
prequel.
stink.
yeah, like I just like yeah, it's gonna be okay. Here's what Natasha was doing during
Yeah.
the time between Civil War and Infinity War.
Before Hawkeye pretended to try to
Probably
save
going
her
to
life.
end. One of the post-credit scenes I imagine is when she dyed her hair blonde, because she was blonde in Infinity War.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
does not
an
make me-
exciting
Does
post-credit
not make
scene.
me particularly.
Yeah, like it just
excited.
feels like somewhat
So
of a
this is
footnote.
after Winter Soldier.
Yes, in the
but
sense that Civil War is after
before-
Winter Soldier as well. Yes.
Oh, sorry. It's after Winter Soldier. Wait. This
It's
movie
after
comes
Civil
after
War,
Civil War,
which was after Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
It's
So-
way after Winter Soldier.
So it comes after Civil War, but it comes before the Thanos thing.
Yeah.
Infinity War. Yes.
Okay. I'm just clarifying.
For who?
What we've said 4 times already. Who doesn't love Black Widow?
You know what I mean, here's what makes me excited about the movie.
Yes.
Black Widow's an interesting character. One. Two, Florence Pugh.
Oh, you're a big Florence Pugh fan?
Who doesn't love Florence Pugh?
I'm not sure I've seen her in anything.
You didn't see Little Women?
I did not see Little Women.
Here we sit, right in the middle of Women's History Month,
Mm-hmm.
and you just blatantly ignored Little Women. I guess because it was made by a woman director
I
about
didn't
women.
blatantly ignore it. I did not reduce the significance of International Women's Month to just going to see one movie.
No, you
I
celebrated
celebrated
it
it every day.
Really? How'd you celebrate today?
By talking about Black Widow.
How'd you celebrate yesterday?
That box
Thinking
is,
about Black
yeah,
Widow.
That box is checked. I can move on.
So essentially, your answer for the entire Women's History Month is Black Widow.
No, also Wonder Woman.
No, she was great in Little Women, and this character is so different. I
Yeah.
really think that Florence Pugh has a huge future
In the MCU, yes.
in front of her, generally speaking.
Well, but in the MCU, because she's clearly
I
going to
know
be.
that's all you care
she's
about.
going to be
but I'm thinking
replaced with
about her.
Natasha.
I'm thinking about her broader career.
Yeah.
Is that she's like Alicia Vikander
Hmm.
5 or
gonna-
6 years ago.
Are we going
Okay.
to have a replacement,
Yeah.
Natasha? Is that the plan?
Well, I mean, the
That's
character
exactly
that
who
character
Elena
that Pugh is
Belova is.
playing is a second Black Widow,
Ah,
who also eventually became a super adaptoid.
You excited about David Harbour?
I am, because we finally found out what happened to Hopper at the end of Stranger Things. He got zapped to Russia and became the Red Guardian.
Wow, that was the most obvious way to go with that.
I know. I've got it written right down
you know
here.
what? I like Stranger Things 3. We had? Wait, if that
Stranger
was
Things
actually-
3 was terrible.
No,
wait,
it wasn't.
Wait, so
Garbage.
4. No, so I'm saying I'd be excited
Wait,
for
2
4.
was the bad one.
Yeah,
2 was
the
really
one.
bad.
Yeah, 3 was the most recent
Well,
one.
3
3
had
was
the
okay.
ending. Yeah, well, the ending was the Hopper, I think.
They
like
never know how to end that thing.
Yeah.
They still haven't figured out how to end that thing.
No, he's in Russia and went back in time,
Should-
became Red Guardian.
should
Yeah.
have ended it at season
That's what I'm saying.
1.
I would actually look forward to Stranger Things 4 if that's what the actual, plot was.
Probably won't be.
cut the last 10 minutes of season 1 and never make another one, and it's a work of art.
I don't recall you liking season 1 all that much. I thought you said it was too much
No, I thought
nostalgia.
season 1 was excellent.
You know who doesn't love
them.
seasons?
Are you excited to see the Taskmaster?
I am. I've always kind of liked Taskmaster.
I've never had any
What's
interest
his,
in him
I
whatsoever.
couldn't get from the trailer. What's his thing?
He replicates.
He
power,
has
or, like-
photographic reflexes.
There you go. That's how you say it.
Photographic reflexes.
In that he can copy the physical
So-
ability of
So
anyone
is
he
that why
sees.
he's got the bow and arrow? Like he's like Hawkeye from
Yeah, and that's why he's got
and
the shield and does all of Cap's moves with the shield.
Oh.
He's like,
Though there is one little possible continuity error with that.
oh boy, I'm so fascinated to find out.
Well, because
what
they
that
show
could
him
be.
doing the whole, like, he steps on the shield and flips it up to him.
Yeah.
Cap did that in the elevator in Winter Soldier. I'm not sure how Taskmaster would have seen
He watched
that.
a recording of it.
Yeah, or Cap does it more often. He just doesn't film it every time.
I don't know.
Cap is the one who's filming the Avengers.
Well, he is America's ass. I'm just saying, like, it's not always on film.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So,
I don't really have much interest. I'd
I do,
like to
'cause-
see the Taskmaster try to get Patrick's wink, though. I bet even that he couldn't do it.
oh, he'd do it much better.
His face would crack in half.
No, I like Taskmaster because he's a character in the comics that always had a very nice niche, in that he was, because he debuted in Avengers 195.
Oh,
He
good,
was the
good.
guy. I mean, the thing with Taskmaster is he was the guy who trained all the nameless thugs for all the Marvel villains, and that was all he ever
And that's
wanted
what you
to do.
liked about him.
Yeah,
Wait, he was
that's
the
all he
guy-
ever wanted to do. Like, he just wanted to make money off of training thugs, and that's what he did.
That was your hook.
He had no higher plan than that. I always kind of liked that they
So he
kept
just wanted to be
Taskmaster
basically a
pretty
glorified gym
consistent.
teacher.
For criminals.
Yeah.
More like a assassin trainer for hire.
No, he's just training thugs.
Yeah,
Your
Let's be honest.
he had like
Your
he's like a school
job
teacher
is to
because he actually
die.
had I think it was an academy. I think he called it. It's been a while since I've read Avengers 195 to 196 where he debuted,
Anyway,
which
to
I
me-
own, which of course means cha-ching when he comes out in the Black Widow movie
Why?
because he's the big villain, and
It'll-
everyone
it'll
will want
increase the
Taskmaster's
price.
first appearance. That's right.
You'll never sell it.
What do you mean?
Avengers 195?
No. He's saying you're incapable of selling it.
You'll
Yourself.
never sell it.
I don't think that's true.
Why, it could be worth $1 gazillion and you wouldn't sell
I
it.
don't think that's true. You don't know that about me.
I do.
Think how many Legos you could buy with $1 gazillion.
Yeah,
I am going to reach a point at which I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff in the house.
really.
Yes, and that'll be the day you die. And
Why
just
don't you-
bury it with yourself.
Why don't you donate it to me?
No. I will donate the contents of my basement to you.
Oh.
Except for the Lego boxes.
What's
So-
your plan for the Legos when you die?
Can I just say...
Is
Oh,
that in
I'm
the
going to
will?
build a Lego mausoleum for myself. Well, I won't build it. Someone else will have to build it. I'll design
Well, you
it.
can
yeah, good
build
luck
it.
on that.
It'll be my proposal for Lego ideas.
My mausoleum.
Lego Mausoleum.
They're going to be like, well, that's the oldest guy in the Lego fan club, so it makes sense.
Oh,
that's
there's
a
people.
request.
David Beckham is a big Lego fan.
I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
Another handsome man that you don't
One of
share a
you know,
lot in
one
common
of
with.
one of many things that I'm sure David Beckham and I have in common.
Yeah.
Our love of Lego.
Lots of Spice Girl albums.
No, I don't have any of those.
So-
and he really only has those because of his wife.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
Marvel usually gets their movies right. So
Usually.
I've come up with a new numbers thing for you.
Oh, good lord.
I've created it. I
Okay.
call it the anticipation scale.
Yeah.
And what you do with the anticipation scale is
do I put a number to my level of
you
anticipation?
scale
Don't
just
interrupt him, this
how
takes a long time.
anticipated this movie is on a scale of 1 to 10.
For myself or for the general public?
For you.
Okay.
Like, what is your anticipation scale?
Antition? What's my antition?
It's a tough season.
Now, should
What
we
is-
also
what
have
is
like a
the
counter
score?
number for like how disappointed you'd be if it's bad, based
I
on the
didn't think about
anticipation?
that. So what's your
Because-
number?
For Black Widow?
Yeah, let's see if it's the same as mine. I've got it written right here.
Oh, 7.5.
No, I went 8.5.
Okay.
But it's clearly the Florence Pugh factor. You don't like women, and I celebrate Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Okay, yes. That is true.
I like that. It's like you
Could
don't like women.
Rich, could you just cut that? That is true,
Yes,
and just
yes.
leave it there. That's
That
all we
is
need.
true. I don't like women.
There
Are
we
you
go.
happy?
Up one down.
Yeah, wait the time code down.
Excellent. Excellent. So how about Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah. Oh, okay, I guess we're done with Black Widow then.
Well,
Okay.
we're already 10 minutes in, plus I think I started way late, so we're
Yeah, but
probably
we
like,
also only talked about Black Widow for 5 minutes, and then we talked about
Yeah, there's
Legos.
a lot of other stuff.
There's a lot of.
that's
But listen,
kind of what we do with this show. We got-
Alan's done with Black Widow, so we're apparently moving on.
Yep.
We have a bunch of films and we need to get done, especially if we're going to do an episode saying, see you later to the...
Farewell to the CW.
Well,
Yeah.
question: do we think that Black Widow will ever get any kind of other film, or this is it?
It's hard to imagine.
Unless they do something like she's a clone, and so we can have a clone Black Widow in the future.
Or they do time travel.
Oh,
And they
God.
go back.
Well,
Tell
not
me
even
about it.
this
Tell me
Black
about it.
Widow. If they do the next Black Widow replacement, like, do you think there'll be Black Widow films? in
No,
the
I think,
future?
well, the rumor is that Thunderbolts is going to be part of the next
Thunderbolts makes a
thing.
lot of sense.
Well,
actually.
and the Yelena Belova Black Widow was in Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Now, it was Natasha in disguise, but she was in it, so...
But you could bring her in, and that way you keep Florence Pugh
Yeah.
in the universe because you want to, because she's really good.
Yeah,
Hope
well,
and
and she
Vicky
could
would
also
tell
hunt
you.
down Hawkeye because he killed her sister.
Right. So now you acknowledge that he killed her.
I'm pretty sure I even have that in my notes. Oh, no, sorry. She's pissed at Hawkeye for surviving, where Natasha didn't, and thus she seeks
But
revenge.
see,
Very Hawkeye answer.
there was a Freudian slip right there where he revealed the truth
Mm-hmm.
behind Black Widow's death and then backed it up. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
That's all I have for Black Widow.
Okay, well, I'm glad we spent that extra time.
Well, you're the one that wanted
Rich
to
was
keep
the one
talking.
that was complaining, not me.
you were both.
No, I
No,
wasn't
I
even
wasn't.
complaining.
Can I quote you? Well, Alan's done with this topic, so I guess we're moving on.
I was just
Angrily
reinforcing
folds
your.
page.
I was reinforcing your position.
How dare you, sir? So what else do you have on Black Widow?
I've got nothing else. We're
All
done.
right. Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm a little bit concerned
Me too.
because the scene of her swinging from lightning bolt to lightning bolt.
Was there a scene like that?
Yeah, in the trailer, it's at the end. She's swinging
Is
from
that what she's swinging from?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which feels like it's kind of embracing a bit of the Aquaman dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Aqua Dumb is not where you want to go.
No. Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, that movie gets dumber.
I tried to tell you that when we talked about it the first time.
Yeah, it just gets
That
dumber.
movie is
It
dumb.
is Flash Gordon for our times.
Yes, it is one of the... except without the... I don't think it's going to have the nostalgic appeal of Flash.
Because Flash Gordon.
Well, Flash Gordon, even I think the creators acknowledged that it was awful. Like, everyone involved admits that is a campy, cheesy movie.
So
I'm pretty
that's-
sure no one admits that about Aquaman.
So what concerns you
Mm-hmm.
is it looks kind of aqua.
That's one of my concerns, yes.
You know what my biggest concern is?
Steve Trevor?
Yeah, what's he doing back?
I don't know.
What was the best part, Rich, of the first Wonder Woman
When he
movie?
died.
100%.
I was going to say the smoke signals.
The best part for scholars who want to write about racism in film.
Smoke signals.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best part of the film, if you want to celebrate the film.
I believe it was
Steve Trevor
the...
dies.
No, it was Wonder Woman in the trenches.
No,
That's what everyone likes about the film. The no man's land scene.
that's a great scene. But even better
scene.
than it, Steve Trevor dying.
Is
Really?
the part where everyone thinks, oh, he won't die, and then he dies.
Yes, and he's dead because
Except
Steve
he's not.
Trevor's
By the way,
worst.
Did you notice what Steve Trevor is wearing in the 1980s?
No, I black out whenever I see him on screen.
Pants. Was he wearing pants?
He has something else on.
A turtleneck? I don't know.
I thought for sure you'd pick up on this.
Jacket. No, what?
He has a fanny pack.
Oh, he does have a That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems like your kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm kind of. I do like the way that kind of turns the previous movie on its head, where he was showing her the world, and now it's her showing him the world.
But clearly, it's not the real Steve Trevor, right?
I'm not sure how it is. I mean,
there's some kind of twist there where she gets what she's always most wanted.
Oh, you know what it is? No, I know what it is.
It's not the real Steve.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
It's because Maxwell Lord has psychic powers.
Yes. Well,
though in the comics, it was just that he could just kind of like push your mind a little. He's not terribly powerful, but maybe it's a hallucination conjured by Maxwell Lord.
I feel like, right, because he's like, have whatever you want. Like, that's the
But there's also a bunch of stuff where, like, that just, like, it isn't like, that having dinner, like, romance for them walking. Like, that seems a lot of effort. Again, if he's not the most strongest psychic or whatever, like, to just...
Well, but it's a movie, and I know you guys believe in nothing but canon and how nothing ever can or should change from comic books.
That's not true.
It's written in metal and stone, and it should never be changed.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, I believe you're talking to Mr. Extended Universe over there.
My point again.
I am very flexible in my canon.
Can't Wonder Woman just be a hero without a boyfriend?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Actually, no one can, because she's having that conversation with Kristen Wiig, who plays Cheetah, about have you ever been in love? And she's like, many, many times.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm worried, because Cheetah's one of, like, Wonder Woman's classic enemies.
Yes.
I'm a little bit concerned about her kind of playing second fiddle to Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, because Maxwell Lord as a Wonder Woman enemy is a very recent development. That happened...
here we go.
I think I had notes on it.
It was funny, because
this is good. This is good podcasting right here.
DC's Countdown, where he killed Blue Beetle. And then Wonder Woman murdered him for it.
Wow. So they got history.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not big on businessmen as villains. They're not. I don't find them terribly compelling.
Not Aldrich Killian.
He was okay.
Yeah.
But he was a little bit more than a businessman.
Yeah.
I mean, Max Lord is so. Yeah. I do like Pedro Pascal playing him though.
Yeah.
He's having a good career.
Yeah. He's doing fine.
Really? How's he doing? What else?
He's no Florence Pugh.
What else is he doing?
I don't know.
He was Oberyn Martell in Games of Thrones.
Okay, I don't watch Games of Thrones.
I know you don't. He's also the Mandalorian. In the Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
So
what a disappointing reveal that was. The whole series builds to okay. Yeah, there we go. I guess we saw his face.
Yeah, we did, and it's Pedro Pascal.
Big reveal.
So,
how do you feel about Kristen Wiig in the Cheetah role?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't really seen much of it.
Right.
Kristen Wiig, given kind of her background in comedy and on SNL and kind of, she's which she was great on. She's also really good in the films that she's done, like Bridesmaids and things like that. So she always kind of surprises me. So I'm kind of expecting to be surprised by her in a good way.
That's what I'm expecting too.
We haven't seen any of her as Cheetah yet, so that'll be interesting.
Who are Wonder Woman's best villains?
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Cersei.
I can't even picture Cersei.
Yeah. Dr. Psycho. Who's in the Harley Quinn animated series. But yeah, Wonder Woman doesn't have an egg foo.
So, like, what, are you going to bring egg foo out?
Probably not.
Well, if Donald Trump were writing, though.
Jeez.
Wonder Woman.
Well, it'd be the egg foo virus.
The egg foo virus, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Wonder Woman doesn't have, like, the greatest of rogues galleries.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not a Batman or a Flash. Like, she's more like a Superman in that the rogue gallery is, like...
Yeah.
Or like Aquaman. Not as bad as Aquaman, because he's got two. Because he's got Ocean Manister and he's got Black Manta.
They were both used,
and they've both been burned through.
But they're both the same, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
So they both.
So I mean, with Wonder Woman, it's Cersei, it's Cheetah. Dr. Psycho, I think, has been in there from time to time. I mean, there's always the Greek gods that are always, doing stuff. But yeah, she doesn't have. I mean, I'd probably say, because Cheetah was on, like, Attack of the Super Friends and whatnot in the 70s. So Cheetah's probably the one that most people would have familiarity with.
It's just, it's hard, I think, to find that villain for Wonder Woman that pops.
Yeah, she doesn't really, Ares Well, we did him in the first film.
Yeah. And not
Ares is another one of her longtime enemies. But yeah, she just doesn't have...
Ares wasn't terrible in the first film.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. I'm thinking more of the final fight at the end.
Well,
yeah,
yes.
It's a big CGI battle. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Wonder Woman, I mean, Cheetah is about... After you do Ares, Cheetah is probably about next.
Yeah.
And then Cersei. Those would be kind of the three that she kind of has, so...
Well... We better get to work on it then.
And then the other thing I find really interesting is the armor that you see.
What's up with the gold armor?
It looks very Hawkwoman-y. Like, the first time, because the trailer has that, like, at the end. Like, I'm like, oh my god, are there Thanagarians in this movie? And I'm like, oh no, it's just the Amazons in Hawk armor.
Is it something I should know? Because, again...
Not that I'm aware of.
I obviously do not know a lot of the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. Okay. I mean, maybe it's going to be important because, like, maybe Cheetah can scratch her, and so she needs some kind of protection, so that's why she's wearing the armor.
Cheetah can scratch her.
She's Cheetah. She's got claws.
She took out the god of war, but this one can scratch her.
But maybe,
watch out.
Yeah, maybe Cheetah's got some, I don't know, adamantium claws.
I feel like that you can't do that.
Can't do that?
No.
Okay. So Prometheum. Prometheum is the thing in DC.
Right.
So
DC is just the worst.
So, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of weird to see what looks very Thanagarian.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Because at first I thought Wonder Woman was fighting a Thanagarian. I was like, well, that's kind of cool, but...
Yeah, I'd like to see Hawkman. That's who they need in this universe.
God. Hawkman?
Carter Hall.
God, he's the only guy that's got fewer villains than Aquaman.
Does he have any?
Shadow Thief.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
He's a thief that's basically a shadow.
Oh, I thought he stole shadows.
No.
Which would be more interesting.
No, he's a thief that's basically a shadow.
So,
and Black Adam. I mean, you can put Black Adam in there as well. But yeah, Hawkman's not... Hawkman is one that is a cool concept. That just... He's another one of the characters that I think works best as in a team.
When I was a little kid, I always wanted to love Hawkman.
Yeah, he's cool looking. He's got a great look, a great name.
But you can't.
But he just... He works great on a team. He's not enough to carry a solo series.
He never has.
I mean... That's how replaceable he is that when the Justice League Unlimited, or the Justice League cartoon, they used Hawkwoman instead of him.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, more people probably know about her than him from the...
Fair point.
But yeah, so, I mean, it's hard to say much about the Wonder Woman 1984, because, I mean, the trailer doesn't give away much, if any, of the plot beyond...
Right. Except that Steve Trevor is clearly not really Steve Trevor.
Well, unless
Listen to me.
Unless...
I am hanging on to that.
I know.
Because if it's the real Steve Trevor, I'm done with Wonder Woman.
Unless...
I will never talk about...
Well, we'll have to talk about it on the podcast.
No. If it's a real Steve Trevor,
no, we will have to talk about it on the podcast.
You will have to
if it is the real Steve Trevor, what do you think...
No, don't make me do that.
If it is the real one, what do you think the excuse is for him being bad?
Well,
it's not the real one.
He did blow...
But Rich, if they did,
I refuse to acknowledge even a possibility. Because if I acknowledge that possibility...
He did blow up a giant thing of gas on the plane.
And bombs.
Above a whole godlike battle, so maybe that energy ripped open a hole in the space-time continuum and shoved him forward to 1984. God,
if that's the case, I'm done.
Because it's time travel and Steve Trevor. It's like like your two worst enemies teamed up.
The only way it could be worse is if
it's got to be time travel, right?
Because if it's really him, then yeah, it's got to be some kind of time travel.
Again, the idea you said,
and she reacts to him as Steve, and he acts as if he's Steve.
If there's time travel and Steve Trevor is really alive,
I know. You got time travel in my Steve Trevor. You got Steve Trevor in my time travel.
Two bad
that
things
is
that
the
are worse
worst.
together.
That's the worst Kit Kat ever.
I refuse to talk about and to use our show as a platform for that kind of garbage.
Okay.
So, so then I guess the hope is that somehow.
But not all garbage.
Right.
Okay.
I love a lot of garbage.
Okay.
There is some garbage.
But at some point there
has
to be a line. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
My line is Steve Trevor.
Is Steve Trevor in time travel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
do you dig the soundtrack and the '80s vibe?
I do, but it's it's the '80s.
They're working really hard for you there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, they don't have to work very hard.
I know you did. I know.
You know what? They don't have to work hard for their money.
Yeah.
Is that a reference or something?
Oh, for God's sake. Donna Summers.
Donna
Summers, she works hard for her money. Or hard for the money.
The media professional.
Is that this century or last century?
She works hard. It's last century.
It's from the 1980s, Rich.
She works hard for the money.
So 3 years
so hard
so
3
3 years
it,
before
honey.
I was born.
She works hard for the money. You better treat her right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you better treat her right. All right.
So I'm not sure why Vicky and Bobby were so unimpressed by this. I don't think it's great.
Vicky had a very...
But I don't think it's terrible.
But Vicky had a surprisingly strong negative reaction. Did you ask her about this?
No, not really.
Okay, because that would have been like something to do on the show.
Well, I wrote these notes 2 weeks ago. Maybe I did back then, and I just...
I thought you said you did, which is why I asked you.
But I mean, they're just probably being pessimistic. Like, because again,
Steve
Trevor back. You've got...
I don't think they have the visceral hatred of Steve Trevor.
I'm just saying is like it could be a meh film at best. Like, I mean, DC, don't forget.
I mean, the fight scene in the hallway has some Zack Snyder-y elements to it. So I'm like, okay, I could see where that might be.
Yeah, it's got problems. So what is your score
for Wonder Woman?
On the anticipation scale.
It's probably about the... I'd still go 7.5. It's about the same.
Oh, I had a 9. I just like the last one so much that I'm kind of excited to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the last one so much, but this is a sequel.
It's DC.
You know, I'm worried it's going to be trying too hard.
Yeah, it's probably
so. I feel about both of these films. I feel about the same.
Okay.
I mean, they're both. I mean, you know, Wonder Woman's like the one good thing DC has done, so they really need to not screw that up.
Indeed.
But it's also DC, and they could.
Yeah, Black Widow, you know, is sort of a footnote. You know, I want a Black Widow movie to be good, but it's also kind of a footnote within the MCU.
Rich, could you get an interview for us with Florence Pugh?
I'd be fine with that.
When the movie comes, could you just give her a call?
I mean, I can't, no. But
I just hit her up on Twitter. She's probably on Twitter.
I was like, I can't give her a call, no.
I have a feeling you know how to stalk people. Because you're a media professional.
Effectively?
Yeah. Well, he knows how to get in their phone records.
Okay.
Slide into their DMs. I think he knows those kinds of things.
I mean, I know how to look at people's social security numbers and stuff. It's amazing what's on house documents nowadays.
There you go.
Not ominous at all.
So
where to next?
No, that's my question for you.
I asked you first.
Well, if we're going to do Women's History Month, we're starting... Well, there's a couple more that kind of are tangential.
Do you want to talk about A Quiet Place 2?
Emily Blunt.
Yes. Which, by the way, they've already blown this movie for me. Because they've already blown their chance at an even better title.
A Quieter Place?
Yes. That is a much better title than A Quiet Place 2. Yes, A Quieter Place.
Well, just
and then the title. Third movie, The Quietest Place.
Yeah.
Which is death because they're all dead.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just like what? It's just 10 minutes.
It's, like
graveyard. It's like it's a very short film.
It's a graveyard. Smoke goes by.
Yeah.
Credits.
Oof.
So how are you feeling? You're a big Emily Blunt fan.
I love Emily Blunt.
How are you feeling about this film?
And I loved the first one.
First one was great.
A Quiet Place. It was just a spectacular film, and the conceit of no noise made for a completely different cinematic kind of experience.
Yes,
that really built drama, and made me respect John Krasinski in a different kind of way. Like there was a kind of genius at work in it. There's a lot going on here, and I'm not like it's like. I know that we have to make sequels today because that's all we do is make sequels. Stranger Things 2 and 3.
Sequels and remakes. That's it.
And remakes that are sequels.
Yeah.
And sequels that are remakes.
Sequels of remakes.
Re-sequels. Seek-makes.
Remaked. Sequake mates.
Re-sequels, I think.
The point being, there's a lot going on here. Like my great fear for this film is that the first one was so good that it would have been better to
call
move
it a
on
day.
to something else. Yeah. Like sometimes it's better just to say like it's just the one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my concern is
looking over my shoulder like.
Oh, there's people walking by.
I'm gonna fall out there.
Yeah, you know, they're just some guys in hazmat suits, but it's fine.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I mean the problem, like from this trailer, I mean the one thing I know from this trailer is that they seem to have done away with the whole conceit of you can't talk because the people are talking in the trailer, and I'm like. All right, so we lost our one like hook from the last film.
Well,
my concern is
they're talking quietly though because they're in like a bunker.
I know, but you couldn't talk at all. Like it feels like they're kind of cheating on their conceit of the last time.
The big gimmick was that like, oh, no one talks at all. They use sign language and stuff. And like, oh, that's gone.
Oh, geez, Rich, I totally missed it. That was the big gimmick the first time. I'm going to go watch it. Got to go back and watch that film again. Thank you for explaining that.
Alan was fiddling with the volume at the movie theater the whole time.
Well, I want the volume.
It's a blown tube. So yeah, so you know, like I look at this.
Pulled that full circle.
Thank you.
Good.
Did you like
During
that?
A Quiet Place, you just screaming out it's a blown tube.
Where's the volume?
Why aren't you talking? Just talk to each other. There's a monster.
Yeah. So this movie does.
So I worry that this is just going to be another kind of generic monster / alien invasion movie.
It also does like a prequel to the first film where you see like the aliens arrive.
Yeah, because that's how they're going to get Krasinski into the film.
Right. So it's a prequel, and
it's going to have a flashback in it. I don't think it's a prequel. It's a flashback.
I know, but like it just seems like there's so much, and then there's the story after, and who's the dude, and do I care about the dude?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is this one just so good it shouldn't have a sequel? That's what I keep coming back to.
I feel much the same.
Although Emily Blunt will be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they could be setting her
that.
up to be kind of another Ripley from Alien.
Yeah.
Like, I could see her kind of being that.
It's not a bad thing to be.
No, and she's definitely got the... I mean, she was great in Edge of Tomorrow. She was great in First Quiet Place. She's definitely got kind
Mary
of
Poppins.
that... Well, that's not really the action hero genre that I was
just
talking
saying she's
about.
great. What doesn't she do well? Name a bad Emily Blunt movie. What was the movie with... Was it Matt Damon where they traveled through time?
That's not Interstellar.
The Bureau. Was it just called The Bureau?
No, it wasn't Travel Through Time.
The Adjustment Bureau?
It was Heaven.
I haven't seen that.
No, Heaven sent angels in suits or something?
Haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
How old is this movie?
I don't know it. I haven't seen it.
It's very old, but you should see The Adjustment Bureau. It's really good.
Yeah, I can't really think of a bad...
Is it? It's okay.
She was also really good in the 5-year engagement.
It's really
or
good.
7-year engagement? Whatever. I can't remember. Was it 7 or 5-year engagement?
7.
That was a really good movie. Yeah, Emily Blunt, I can't really think of anything...
Yeah.
Because Edge of Tomorrow was really good. Yeah, she's done.
So I will definitely see it.
I still like her and Krasinski for Reed Richards and Sue Richards.
Oh. I don't necessarily want to see a Fantastic Four film again.
Well, but you're going to.
The two of them, 100% in.
Yeah, like they would be... I did like, there was a quote from Krasinski. I guess someone asked him about it. And he said something like... what did he say?
That's a good question.
If Kevin Feige thinks I'm a good fit, then he'd be all for it. I'm like, well, yeah, because Feige runs the whole thing. So if he thinks you're a good fit, you're probably...
Yeah. But the good news is...
But yeah, he and Emily Blunt would be a really good Reed and Sue.
Pulling the I'm a serious artist and I can't do comic books.
Yeah.
So
they're not films.
Films.
They're
not cinema.
Films.
Cinema.
They're not cinema.
So
I'm mixed on A Quiet Place too.
What is your anticipation factor?
Okay, I don't know why you're saying it like that.
I'm just trying to find a good way to do it.
Yeah, that's not it.
Okay.
What's your anticipation factor? Like a 6.
2 out of 10 winks.
Mine is a 9.
I know. If we factor out Emily Blunt, is it like a 2?
I wrote maybe a 6.
Yeah.
So we agree on that one, essentially.
I have the exact same. Like everything in the trailer makes me seem like you're throwing away what made the first movie unique.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's going to be kind of generic action alien invasion kind of movie.
Agreed.
I don't know what the hook for this one is.
I don't either. But there is one more film we might talk about.
Only one more?
Related to Women's History Month directly.
Morbius?
No.
What is Morbius?
Oh, Ghostbusters Afterlife?
No.
No Time to Die?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
There's a female...
There is, yes.
00.
There is. Played by the actress that played Maria Rambeau in Captain Marvel.
And her name is actually 0014, which is a weird number.
No, she says she's a 007.
I just made that number.
Yeah, she said the 07 means you can kill.
Also,
That's
it
why
wouldn't be 0014, it'd be 014.
Yeah, that's also true.
No, 0014.
No, it'd be 014.
No, because it's 00 and 2
now, this
sevens,
has been...
so she's twice as lethal.
No, but it'd be 077.
No, it wouldn't. It would be 0014.
Then she's a 77, not a 14. Like, what?
Wait, you guys, you can't just have 4 numbers? It would be...
No.
She's 0014.
I don't think that's how it works.
How do you go from 7 to 4 numbers?
Because she's twice as good. How do you go from 7 to 4 numbers? How do you answer a sentence like that? Patrick, how do you go from 7 to 4 numbers?
I take away 3. Because 7 minus 3 is 4.
No,
Boom!
Just got mathematical.
That was a good one. I forget that people can see me when I do stuff like that.
Yeah, probably not a good one. You've been winking the whole time.
I just realized.
Just a bunch of misrecording students sitting over my shoulder, and you've just been literally winking at them the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, one just walked by with a weird look on the face like, dude, stop winking. It's been a while since we've been in the radio studio. I miss the podcast studio where people can't see me.
It's a little self-contained and protective.
Yeah, I can get away with things there.
Here are my notes on the new Bond film.
Well, it's been delayed till the fall, so.
Yeah, I wrote what and huh.
I do like the Daniel Craig Bond.
He's great.
I don't know.
The movies have generally, like Casino Royale was great.
Oh, I like Daniel Craig. I just don't like the
Quantum of Solace was fine.
Yeah.
Skyfall I really liked. Spectre I have seen, and I do not remember a thing about that movie.
I don't.
Yeah,
that's,
you don't
that's
miss
very
much.
strange.
Yeah, well, even Daniel Craig has said one of the reasons he's coming back to do this last film is he doesn't want Spectre to be the last film.
Got it.
Yeah, Spectre was not
One of the
good.
things I like
But
about
really
the trailer is you don't know what's going to happen, really.
Really?
No.
A woman Bond fell in love with has secrets, and they come back to bite him in the butt.
Yeah, that's it, though.
And then also Anna de Armas is there.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I like
and I'm
Benoit
sure they team
Blanc.
up at the end.
I do too.
The idea that he's coming back makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Could you put Benoit Blanc in that role, and it would be a better movie? He's
I'm
talking
not
to
sure. It'd be a
0014
very-
about
it'd be a
donut
very
holes
different
and
movie.
holes in donuts.
It'd be a very different movie. Well, they'd have two holes.
Yeah.
It'd be a double O hole donut.
Ooh, like a figure 8 donut.
Yeah. So, this is Daniel Craig's last film.
Yeah, I'm out of notes on this one already.
So the question becomes, who will be the next Bond?
Oh, good question.
I know.
Did you want an answer?
Well,
0014?
well, possibly.
will they change that? Actually, will they keep doing it 007? Or will they eventually change? Like the new Bond will be 008 or whatever.
You realize there have been new Bonds in the past, and it's always been 007.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Will they keep going with that method?
I don't know, but the fact that they've kept going with that method for the last 60-some-odd years, I'm just going to hedge my bets and say, yes, they
So then
will.
is it always going to be a man?
Well, that's a question.
Interesting. You know who would be
The
good?
other one wasn't a question.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going with another man, I would go with Idris Elba.
That's a good choice.
Like, Idris Elba would be a fantastic James Bond.
Wasn't he considered at one point? Or
He
that
was
just-
rumored when Daniel Craig was thought to be leaving after Spectre.
How about Florence Pugh?
I haven't seen
You know
her.
who'd be great? Alicia Vikander. Michael Fassbender?
Oh, Fassbender would be good.
He'd be a good
Would
Bond.
he?
Yeah, I would like.
Why would he be a good
Well,
Bond?
because he was basically Bond in that scene from X-Men First Class
Right.
of Eric Lynch or Nazi Hunter.
The Nazi Hunter. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, he would be really good. I would like Fassbender. Yeah, Fassbender
Yeah,
would
Fassbender
be
would be good. Would be good.
Yep. Fassbender, Elba, I'd be fine with
Elba
either
would
of
be a
those.
good choice. I agree.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Isn't because he's doing the Christopher Nolan film.
Rainn Wilson?
Dwight?
Yeah.
No. No.
Steve Carell was pretty good in the Get Smart movie, which is a spy.
I'm not sure. That's not quite the same.
It's not quite Bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, no, Fassbender would be good.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Elba would be good.
Actually, they should have Fassbender and Vikander as the female lead.
There you go. Do that in Bond, and then do Krasinski and Blunt in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And you only work with your spouse from now on.
That could.
I don't know if that's a good
So
idea.
you'd have Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do a movie about a really old man.
You'd have Tom Hanks and
Rita Wilson.
yes, though they're both in quarantine right now,
Yeah,
which is sad.
it is.
Listen, if the coronavirus costs us Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
the Trump presidency is over.
Speaking of things that should be over,
This show,
did you watch Morbius?
I did watch Morbius.
Your thoughts?
Well, I have so many.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How did this get made?
This is a product of Sony wanting to create a Spider-Man like universe,
Okay.
and their plan was to do like several villain movies and then do Sinister Six. So this would be the remnants of that.
Okay. I understand what Sony wanted to do. Let me ask you this question again. How is this getting made?
I don't know. I do have to say that from watching the trailer,
Yeah.
it did not strike me as so immediately dumb as Venom did from the trailer.
No, I think that's fair, but it seems like a very odd choice.
Morbius is, he's not,
Part of the problem is Venom did too well
yeah.
that it encouraged them.
It
to
did
keep-
too well.
It encouraged like, oh, Venom works. We can do more bad guy movies. I'm like,
How'd they get Jared Leto?
I don't know.
To
My
make-
concern is he's a
Well,
very
he's not doing the Joker.
no,
Like,
but
to make this movie.
But my concern is that Jared Leto, he stays in character. Like, he
Yeah.
was Joker the entire time, and apparently pulled Joker-esque pranks on his castmates.
Right.
Mike, I'm like, did he stay as Morbius the whole time?
Yeah. I don't know. But what a weird choice for him. Like, if you're Sony and somebody's like, we can have Jared Leto, you're like, we will take that.
Yeah.
But if you're Jared Leto and your agent comes and says, Morbius.
No. If you're Jared Leto and your agent comes, hey, so Sony called.
Right.
They've got a role for you.
See,
in their Spider-Man universe. Are you in?
And it's Morbius. If you add that to the end, you've actually said 4 different phrases that would have made me hang up on you. Sony,
Spider-Man franchise.
Universe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, it also just seems like such a generic kind of origin movie.
Is it in the MCU in any way?
Well, I mean, you've got Michael Keaton's Vulture shows up in the one scene, so it
question?
suggests it's tangential to the MCU.
Yeah.
Though what he's doing out of jail, I'm not really sure.
Do you think...
I'm a little concerned that's one of the post-credit scenes, because he's like, oh, Dr. Morbius, guess you're not a good guy anymore. I'm like, okay, so I guess that's after he
See, it looked like he was working the prison laundry truck to me. So maybe he's still in prison.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's a scene where, you know what, there is a scene where Morbius was wearing a prison outfit, so maybe he's either in prison or had to break in.
Is there a, what are the odds on this being such a big hit that Marvel says, let's pull him into the universe?
Oh, God, no.
Marvel has so much better options.
No,
but what if it's a big hit and it's Jared Leto?
No.
I mean, that's 2 reasons.
There are no odds for that happening.
It makes a lot of money. It's got a big-time star. Are you ready for... It's the movie you always want. The 3-way battle. Spidey versus Morbius versus Venom.
That is not the movie I want.
I feel like it is. It's the kind of comic book you would have bought.
No.
Yeah, you like all kinds of comic books where they just throw people together.
Oh, name one.
The one that you bought off the spinner the other day on Twitter.
I said name it.
Contest of Champions.
Damn it. That was when I was a child.
Secret Wars.
That was also when I was a child.
Avengers Endgame.
Well, that's just a great movie. It's just a great movie. It's so good. It gets better every time I see it.
So,
plus, like, half the heroes aren't there, so it's not really fair to say that it's all smushing the heroes together.
I can't get the...
You should have said Age of Ultron. That's the one you should have gone with.
Well, or the Gauntlet film. The Infinity
War.
There you go.
It was like the Gauntlet film.
God, how do you not know these things?
I've watched them all once, and I've just...
Seriously?
Yeah.
You've only watched them once?
Yeah.
How?
Actually, I've only watched Infinity War once.
Okay, number one.
Well, that's because we can only get someone to pay for it once.
Right.
Yeah.
You've only watched these movies once?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah, once.
Once.
I like the incredulous.
Well, here's the thing. Patrick goes home from work.
Don't
and
even
what
understand
you do
that.
Is you turn on the TV to like Turner or whatever.
No.
TNT.
No.
What?
Well, I have it on the news channel, and then I check the guide to see what's on TNT and whatnot.
Right, which always brings you to so you're you watch them all the time. I live in a house where Vicky and Hope are like, there's too much noise, so I just don't watch the TV that much.
Oh, but not while they're gone. How much TV are you watching tonight? They're gone.
You know what I'm doing tonight?
You should watch Game of Thrones.
I'm doing 2 hours of Blackwidow training is what I'm doing tonight.
It's only an hour, 7 to 8.
Do I need the basic?
No, the basic is just it's like you've never used Blackboard. Like it's posting assignments and...
But I need something in between. I don't really know a discussion board yet. I've never done one. I haven't done one in 10 years.
Yeah, see, I don't think either of them
It was got learned Blackboard.
So
maybe I'll just...
Because the thing tonight is just collaborate. That's the video.
I'll probably go to the collaborate. Anyway, what is your anticipation factor?
5.
That's mine.
Yeah.
And I wrote, I may not even see it.
I didn't see Venom until it was on sale for $1.99 on pay-per-view, so...
Yeah. On pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Rich is leaning forward like it's... like we're running out of time, so we
I was just taking a photo.
We haven't done Ghostbusters yet.
We have not, but we can probably dispense with that pretty quickly.
I couldn't get myself to watch the trailer a second time. Like I had seen it earlier, and I called it up on my computer, and it started, and I'm like, I'm done with it.
Yeah, could they be trying harder to go for Stranger Things?
It's
so Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Also, I have some questions.
You mean because they hired the Stranger Things actor?
Yeah. Finn Wolfhard? Yeah.
Why is everyone going so hard for Stranger Things?
But yeah, it is. But also, I'm kind of
curious. The entire vibe is Stranger Things.
The entire vibe is weird, but the whole thing is weird because I'm like, why is all the Ghostbusters stuff in the Midwest?
Yeah,
it was
or
always
Texas. It was in
Texas. They're in New York all the time.
Yeah,
and they even make a reference. I'm like, yeah. So how did Ecto-1 get to?
He must have retired.
The Plain States.
I'm guessing that somewhere in between the Ghostbusters had a falling out with the public,
I don't know.
And they,
you mean the
retired.
in the second film?
Yeah. It seems very weird to me.
Also,
the trailer takes a long time to get to any Ghostbusters stuff.
Yeah.
Now, on the plus side, it has Paul Rudd.
It's true. Who doesn't love Paul Rudd?
No one. No one doesn't love Paul Rudd.
That's fair. But here's the thing I kept thinking when I watched this trailer in the theater. People got upset with the women Ghostbuster film, and they'll take this?
Yeah, because it's kids. People like kids.
Yuck.
I hate children.
I think it's going to be
I don't hate children, but I hate children actors.
It has the potential. You do hate child actors. It has the potential to be like a successful, like, summer family film.
Yeah. Anticipation factor?
That's probably about a 5.
I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I have zero interest in this film.
Yeah.
Zero.
I have some, but not a ton.
I'd watch Endgame for a second time before I'd go back.
You should watch it for a second time.
It's a good film.
It's fine.
Do you have Disney Plus?
I do.
It's on Disney Plus.
Really?
I know, because it's the
Black
only
Panther's
one...
now on Disney Plus.
Ooh,
You can watch
that's
Black
a good
Panther.
It's the only one not on Netflix, because Disney got to before Netflix could.
So.
Well, there we have it.
All
That's
right,
another trailer park.
I feel like we've parked that one.
Have we backed it up?
Parked it.
Parked it? Boop, boop, boop. Feels like we're parked.
Is that the call on? Like
It's
walking?
parked.
We keep trying to end the show.
And?
You always complain that we don't end the show well.
And
So
we
why start
landed
now?
it when we landed that one. And
We
you
landed
just
that
sit
one
there.
and you just sat there.
He's in
drinking
some kind of
your-
a monster stupor.
Yeah, monster coma.